This is KGW News at 11.
One person is dead and 9 others, including a child, are missing after a plane crash in Washington. And tonight, the search has turned into a recovery effort. You're watching KGW News at 11. I'm Brittany Folgers. That crash happened west of Whidbey Island, about 40 miles northwest of Seattle. As of an hour ago, crews were still out searching with specialized lights and equipment, looking for the 9 people who are still out there.
We'll continue to search the debris in the area following the tide and the current as time goes on. We'll have the lights, and the helicopter has night capabilities as well.
Right now, officials fear all 10 people who were on the plane died in the crash. Investigators aren't sure why that plane crashed either. Witnesses saw the plane go down and say it quickly fell into the water. The plane took off from Friday Harbor, a tourist destination in the San Juan Island, and was heading to Renton. We will continue to bring you updates on this story on air and online at kgw.com. And now to an update on a fire at a food cart pod in North Portland. No one was hurt, but 2 of the trucks were destroyed. That fire broke out around 3 p.m. near the intersection of North Vancouver and North Fremont Streets. Crews doused the flames and kept it from spreading, but not before it took out 2 food carts, Monkey Thai Street Food and Pepe Chili Taqueria. The owner of the taco shop says the fire didn't just burn down his truck, but also years of hard work.
Well, it's really hard to open a business. It's not easy to people know you and get a good taco. It was days and hours and no sleep, you know?
I got out in the back at a Thai restaurant in the back there. I saw smoke. I'm the first one saw them. And after I call 911, call the police, call 911.
Again, no one was hurt. The cause of the fire is under investigation, and this comes just a week after a different food truck pod fire in the city.
We have lost 2 people to this fire. There's no easy way of putting that. But what I would like to do with that information is to have a moment of silence.
A community coming together tonight to remember those lost in a California wildfire. Authorities confirm that the mill fire in Weed, California has killed 2 people. Weed is about an hour and a half outside Medford, Oregon. At this point, we don't know much about the victims. The mill fire started on Friday, and thousands of people have been forced to evacuate since. Fire crews do have some positive news tonight about the Rum Creek fire, which is Oregon's 2nd largest. This one's burning across almost 19,000 acres in southern Oregon. Right now, the fire is 27% contained, and crews have the fire mostly surrounded. Firefighters, were able to take advantage of the cooler, more humid weather to make the progress. Some firefighters who were originally at Rum Creek have now been sent to help other firefighters with other fires. So let's check in with meteorologist Joe Ranieri. So what conditions can we expect?
They're going to be seeing more of the same, just some very sunny and hot conditions. The one thing that will be on their side over the next couple of days, Britt, is it won't be as breezy, and that red flag warning that has been in place all weekend long throughout southern Oregon has expired. But here's a look at the forecast near Grants Pass, where that fire is burning, and it continues to have been burning here the last couple of weeks. Tomorrow, you'll be seeing temperatures in the mid-90s, 105 on Tuesday. Not only is it going to be hot, it's also going to be very smoky and hazy over the next 2 to 3 days as well. And you don't cool off much over the next few days. By midweek, you're looking at a temperature of 100 degrees. As we look at some of the watches and warnings, you can see that gray color is that air quality alert warning that's now in effect until 11 o'clock tomorrow night. Continues to get pushed back a little bit. Meanwhile, this orange color near Baker City, Burns, near Medford and Grants Pass is a heat advisory that's going to be in place. Again, the places where you see that heat advisory, you're going to be seeing temperatures anywhere from 98 to 103 degrees over the next 3 days. So it's going to be a very hot start to the week. Also, if you have any respiratory issues and you're in southern Oregon, the air quality is going to be taking a hit over the next couple of days as that smoke continues just to kind of just sit over parts of the central and eastern side of the state. Throughout throughout the valley in the western side of the state, air quality is good, but you'll notice a little bit of some red, very unhealthy in a few locations, and that's going to be the trend here the next couple of days. As we look at the elevated smoke forecast, again, you can see where it's going to be very thick throughout parts of central and eastern Oregon. As we put this into motion, you can see right now these models are suggesting the smoke is going to be staying away for the Portland metro area, at least for the next day or so, but there is a slight chance we could see some of that light smoke filter into the area heading into Tuesday and potentially into Wednesday as well. And coming up in my detailed forecast, Brittany, I'll talk more about the temperatures that we have in our forecast over the next 7 days and let you know if there's going to be any major changes on the horizon as well.
All right, Joe, thanks so much. Well, tonight we also have 2 updates out of Kaiser, and we want to begin with a homeowner who police say shot and killed an intruder. Kaiser police say that person woke up and found someone inside their home. That's when the homeowner shot at the alleged invader, killing them. It happened shortly after 2:30 this morning at a home near the Willamette River. Authorities are still investigating, and they have not released the names of the invader or homeowner yet. And now to the intersection of River Road and Wheatland Road, where someone was hit by a car while riding an electric scooter. Investigators say the man on the scooter went into the road suddenly and was hit by a driver. Here's a look at the scene Saturday night. Kaiser police say that the crash happened around about 11:30. The man on the scooter is at the Salem Hospital tonight and is in critical condition. Also tonight, we're checking in on Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler's emergency declaration to ban homeless camping near schools. It's been about 2 weeks, and some parents are upset, saying many of the camps haven't been cleared. And as our Blair Best reports, outside one school in Northwest Portland, it's getting worse.
There are several campsites here along Northwest Hoyt. It's one of the routes to school that the city said campers are no longer allowed on. But as you can see, they're still here. And many tell us they have no plans of leaving anytime soon or anywhere else to go. A green tent sits in protest on the corner of Northwest Hoyt and 19th, near the Metropolitan Learning Center.
I'm just keeping my tent here up for protesting reasons.
It was posted for removal on September 1st, since it's within 150 feet from a school, meaning it's in violation of Mayor Ted Wheeler's new ban on camping near school campuses, which started about 2 weeks ago.
Saying that this is an illegal campsite, and was saying that there are plenty of shelters that you can go to.
But Joseph Riandu would rather stay on the streets than go into a shelter.
I don't feel very safe staying there because some of the people that room there make me and my partner uncomfortable. So we would rather stay in a tent.
They're currently on a wait list for a housing voucher. Until then, they plan to stay on this corner in spite of the city's orders.
I could move my tent today if I wanted to, but it's more of just a moral thing. I want to sit and protest for a few days. I believe that our city and our government should give us more resources.
For other homeless people on this street, they find the ban on camping confusing.
They're telling people to move. They're not banning it. They're just telling people to move from here to here and not giving people nowhere to go.
They keep saying they'll clean it up, and it's still sitting there, all the junk. And I mean, it's been weeks since I walked this 5 times a day.
Michelle Scott lives across the street from the Metropolitan Learning Center. She's now trying to move due to these camps.
They walk around and they pee or poop wherever they want to. They have their pants down. I don't understand how they can have this around children.
She says the campsites have gotten worse since the start of the school year, despite city crews attempting to move them.
They have come through a few times to clear it up, and an hour and a half later we get as many, if not even more.
It's just a huge thing to address.
Heather Begetz frequents the nearby park with her daughter.
How are we humanely addressing it? I think when the city just does sweeps, it's kind of just displacing a lot of people without really addressing the core issue.
Well, I understand it because I know that some people that stay in the streets can be sketchy and some people do hard drugs. And there are some people that live on the streets that can be sexual predators. So I understand their concern. But people like me who are just trying to find a place to stay until we can get resources.
The city has identified and cleared dozens of campsites near schools. And they say that list will just continue to grow. And if there are repeat campers, they'll just repost the site for removal. In Northwest Portland, Blair Best, KGW News.
Authorities are investigating a suspected homicide in southeast Portland's Lentz neighborhood. Portland police say that officers got there at the home around 5:45 this morning, and that's when they found a man dead inside. Southeast Woodstock Boulevard was shut down between Southeast 89th Avenue and Southeast Foster for at least 4 hours while detectives collected evidence. Well, get this. A Northeast Portland hotel is turning to technology to help them with theft and vandalism. Robbie the robot has been on the job for less than a year, but has already made a difference in cutting down on crime for the hotel. Christelle Kumwe tells us about the AI security guard.
It's like a roaming security camera.
The Aloft Hotel at Cascade Station is rolling out a new kind of security guard.
He runs in random patterns, so he never repeats the same pattern.
They got this robot to deal with vandalism from homeless encampments in the area.
Kicking over sprinkler heads, doing damage to some vehicles on occasion.
General Manager Mike Daly says they tried hiring human security but ran into staffing issues.
We had to try to find a different solution that could work 24 hours a day that was affordable.
That solution is Robbie, a 5'3", 350-pound robot. They deployed Robbie back in December to roam the parking lot. They say it's made a difference.
We haven't had incidents here in months, and I think it's just due to his presence.
Robbie is equipped with 360-degree vision and thermal imaging.
So if he sees that there's a heat source behind a vehicle, he'll go investigate that heat source. He scans license plates as he rolls around the lot constantly.
Anytime it detects someone, the robot immediately alerts the front desk. That person can see what the robot sees. They can talk to people in the parking lot through Robbie and determine if they need to do more, like call 911.
This call may be recorded for your safety.
He's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If I hired humans to do that job, and if we could even find people to do the job, it would be about 5 to 7 times more money than it costs for the robot.
Hotel guests like JT Thomas welcome the idea of a security robot.
Yes, I think that'll be a plus, having something like that around. It definitely make me feel secure, make me feel safe knowing that my car is being watched at all times.
I think they feel a sense of security that there is literally somebody patrolling the outside of the building at all times, 24 hours a day, and right around their vehicles. And so, as we speak.
Daly thinks security robots like Robbie would do well patrolling other places.
Why not have a robot do it? I mean, really, if especially they're not going to say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing, act the wrong way, they're just going to alert that there's an incident. And so it's kind of a different way of protecting people.
The general manager says other companies have come out to take a look at the robot, so you may see more of these patrol robots roaming around in other places. Brittany?
Such an interesting high-tech solution. Really cool. Thanks so much, Christelle.